graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
It's not working. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Let's just dive on into the swing of things. So this game just got moved up, and I apologize. I thought that I was going to be early, but obviously we are on time. Top of the first inning. Here is the Phillies versus the Mets, and the first pitch, as we are underway, is taken down for a ball. They moved the game up because of air quality issues, and so that's what ended up happening. So it moved up from the original start time. So there were air quality concerns for this evening. So, all right, here's the pitch, and that's taken for a called strike. So it's 1 and 1 strike. A.J. Ewing is in the box. That really sucks. I really wanted to talk about the whole entire experience and just be able to do that, but obviously I did not think that this was going to be an issue, and so whatever. It is what it is. 94 degrees. Feels like it's 107. The air quality is not so good. The pitch, swing and a miss. And so the count is now 1-2 in the top of the first inning. So Aaron Nola is pitching. A.J. Ewing is batting leadoff. Then it's Juan Soto batting second. Bo Bichette third. Francisco Lindor batting in the 4th spot. Carson Bench 5th. And then it's Jorge Polanco 6th. Jared Young 7th. Brett Beatty 8th. And Francisco Alvarez is batting in the 9th spot. The pitch, swing and a miss. And there is out number 1. All right, so A.J. Ewing strikes out. And Aaron Nola gets himself a K. So again, it's Ewing, Soto, Bichette, Lindor, Benj, Polanco, Young, Beatty, and Alvarez, all batting for the New York Mets. And for the Philadelphia Phillies, we'll get you their starting lineup in just a few moments or so. Juan Soto is up next for the New York Mets, and his first pitch that he takes is down for a ball at 93 miles per hour. Let's make sure that we at least get this correct. Yes. Okay. We can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's better. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. So even the vertical stream, like, it doesn't even show on the sports scores bot that it's working. So, but yeah. How's everybody doing? It's so good to see you. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, top of the first. Nola gets set, kicks, and deals. The pitch is taken for a strike, and Soto's going to challenge this. Dan Iasagna is the home plate umpire. Then you got Adam Beck over at first. Felix Neon's at second. Austin Jones is at third. And that was low, so Juan Soto does win the challenge. And therefore, the count should be now 2-1. So Ewing struck out. Soto is up to bat. 1-2 is the count. Up next is Bo Bichette, and in the hole is Francisco Lindor. The Phillies are in their powder blue uniforms. Mets are in their regular away uniforms, their gray tops and their gray bottoms as well. The Mizzy, thank you so much for the sub. 1-2 pitch. It's down and inside for ball 2. And so it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes with a 1 away, top of the first inning. For the Phillies on the defensive side, they will have JT Realmuto catching. Aaron Nola is going to be on the bump. Over at first base, it's Bryce Harper. At second, it's Bryson Stott. At third, it's Alec Boehm. And at shortstop, it's Trey Turner. Here's the 2-2. That's down for ball 3. 951 career walks for Juan Soto. That is the most in Major League history before 28. Before the age of 28. 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. It skips back over towards the back of the mound, and it goes off the glove of Trey Turner out to center field for a base hit. Turner tried to make a diving stop there, and it just hit the edge of his glove, and they're going to call it a single for Juan Soto. It was scorched up the middle and hit the top of the mound, and Turner, who was right behind the bag over at second, just could not get to that baseball. So it's a 1-out single, and Bo Bichette is up next. In the outfield for Philadelphia today, Brandon Marsh is out in left field. In center field, it's Justin Crawford, and the right fielder, of course, is Gabriel Rincones Jr. The pitch, that's at 92, and it catches the inside edge for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike to Bo Bichette. Bichette got off to a very tough start this year, 59 games and a .219 average in his first 59 games, and ever since then, his average has been .315, and he's been getting on base a lot more. 0-1 pitch, here it comes, swing and a miss. Hopefully Nola can go 5 innings today and only give up like 2 runs. Bo is 4 for 13 lifetime against Aaron Nola. 0-2 is the count. Nola gets set at the logo and the 0-2 pitch. And this is going to be blooped out over towards right field. And thank goodness that is a foul ball. Just went towards the right side of the line. And Bichette picks up his bat and goes back to the box. Ewing struck out. Soto singled. And Bichette is in the box right now. Let's make sure that we keep X turned on. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too. No balls, 2 strikes, 13 pitches thrown by Aaron Nola so far. Game was supposed to start at 7:10, but because of the air quality, it got pushed up an hour. 0-2 pitch. It's outside for a ball. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys are doing well. There we go. Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 3 seconds are left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 delivery to Bo is grounded towards first. Harper picks it up, throws it over to second for one. The throw back to first is in time, and that's a 3-6-3 double play. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left, and we go to the bottom of the first inning out at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. All right, the Phillies starting lineup for this evening will be as follows. It'll be Trey Turner batting leadoff, Kyle Schwarber batting second, Bryce Harper third, Brandon Marsh batting cleanup today, and then it'll be Alec Bohm fifth, Bryson Stott sixth, JT Realmuto seventh, Gabriel Rincones Jr. eighth, and last but not least, batting in the ninth spot, that is Justin Crawford, who is batting out in center field. That's where he's playing today for the Philadelphia Phillies. So this is what it looks like over on the live stream side of things. This is what it is. So you got, again, on the left side, here's the Mets, and here on the right side, it's the Phillies. Sorry, it's a little bit small. Trey Turner's batting leadoff. Kyle Schwarber is batting second. Bryce Harper third. Brandon Marsh fourth. Alec Bohm fifth. Bryson Stott sixth. JT Realmuto seventh. Gabriel Rincones Jr. eighth. And last but not least, Justin Crawford batting in the 9 spot. Aaron Nola did pitch the first inning, and he only allowed 1 hit. He also struck out a batter and got Bo Bichette to ground into a double play. Threw a total of 15 pitches, and his counterpart is going to be Christian Scott. So a little bit more about Christian Scott and how he's done this season. Scott does have a 3.17 ERA, a 2-1 record. He's 6 feet 4 inches tall, 215 pounds. He's 27 years old and has a 1.3 whip as well. The last time that he pitched, he went 5 innings against the Royals. He only allowed 3 hits. He struck out 5 and just surrendered 1 walk. That was it. So 54 innings under his belt this season for the right-handed pitcher from Coconut Creek, Florida. And his first victim will be Trey Turner. The Phillies are 54-43 in the National League East. And the New York Mets are 40-57. Obviously, these two rivals go back quite a bit. Phillies do lead the regular season series against the New York Mets 4-2. So, opponents are batting very well against the cutter of Christian Scott. And hopefully the Phillies can do a good job taking advantage of his pitches. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. McGuire Humble, thank you so much for the sub. T. Gibbs, Hunter Woodcock as well. Matt Shapiro, and CTB, thank you all so much. First pitch is in there for a strike to Trey Turner, and the 0-1. He flies this one out over towards straightaway center, but on the run to make the grab for out number 1 is A.J. Ewing. And Turner lines out the center, and that's how we start off the bottom of the first. The rest of the defense for the Mets, it'll be Alvarez behind the plate. Scott is on the bump. And then from first to third, you got Jared Young at first. At second, it's Brett Beatty. At third, it's Bo Bichette. Really, at shortstop, it's Francisco Lindor. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Schwarber did go around, so yes. Bo's at third, Lindor's at short. At second, it's Beatty, and at first, it's Jared Young. Next pitch on the way. This will be fouled off and out of play towards the third base side. In the outfield, it's Juan Soto in left, A.J. Ewing in center, and in right, it's Carson Bench. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bottom of the first already out at Citizens Bank Park. The 0-2 pitch to Kyle Schwarber, and he flies one out over towards the left center field alleyway, but A.J. Ewing has plenty of room, and he will make the grab for the second out of the inning. And Bryce Harper is up next. 5 pitches and 2 outs within the blink of an eye. Not a lot of people at Citizens Bank Park, obviously because of the air quality and the high temperatures. Two outs, and here's the pitch. That's at 97 and taken right down the hatch for strike 1. Bryce Harper got elected to his 9th All-Star game. 20 home runs and a .260 average. Here's the 0-1. It's a curveball. It's taken outside for a ball. Thank you, Gina. Appreciate you. Hopefully the bullpen will be okay tonight. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Really good cutter thrown to Bryce Harper. Harper does have 20 home runs and 57 RBIs and a 862 OPS. He's 33 years old. 1-2 pitch to Harper, and he tops a curveball and fouls it off. JJ's my MVP. You guys are my MVP. It's so good to see you guys, man. Like I said, I wish I could have spent more time talking to you about everything, and that's what my plan was originally, but I didn't get the notification until a little bit later. So, next pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So the Phillies do go down in order 1, 2, 3, and we will go to the top of the second at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. All right, chat. Yes. Okay. So it's time for some shout-outs. I would like to know where you guys are tuning on in from tonight, and let us know where you guys are tapping on in from down below. That's what I would like to hear. Yes, I would. Where are we tapping on in from tonight? It's Thursday. First game after the All-Star break. It's so good to see you guys back. Very good to see you. Nice. Gone from Ohio. What's up, Gone? Good to see you on here. Fist bump to you. We got Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Senior Skook is here. What's up, Senior Skook? Pine Hawk, of course, tapping on in from the Jersey Shore. Good to see you on here, buddy. Senior Skook, that goes out to you. Lou is here from Northwest Philly. Good to see you as well. Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, says Steven. Yes, sir. Cranford, New Jersey. DC area, says Doug. What's going on, guys? What's up, David? What's up, Doug? What's up, Denny? How you doing? Inwood, West Virginia. Frankfurt, turning on in from North Jersey. We love it. Texas boy tapping on in from Alabama, says Emmy Jimenez. Good to see you on here, buddy. Woodstown, New Jersey, says Larry Kugel. I hope I said that correctly. What's up, Larry? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. We got the Baltimore, Washington area, says Big Bud. Burnt Toast is back from Queens, New York. We love it. Meshoppin, Pennsylvania. Meshoppin. Meshoppin? Is that how you say it? Paul tuning on in from Pennsylvania. What's up, Paul? We got Las Vegas, Nevada in the chat. My Big Bird is here. I got Reading, Pennsylvania in the chat. Checking in. It's Craig, of course, JJ. Issaquah, Washington, says Lindsay. What's up, Lindsay? How you doing? Here's Lindor. First pitch to him. Fly ball hit off the end of the bat out towards right field. And on the run is Rinconis, and he will make the grab for the first out of the inning. One pitch, one out. Yes, sir. Nice. JJ, your timer threw me off, and I thought that you were starting a little bit later. Yes, Scott, the game was supposed to start at 7:10, but the air quality is really bad in Philadelphia, and I didn't know. So that's why we started earlier. So I was planning on coming on at like 6:30 to just, again, talk about how things went. But unfortunately, that's going to have to wait. The pitch is in there for a strike. We'll do some more shout-outs when we go to the bottom of the second, by the way. No balls, one strike, top of the second. Carson Benj is up to bat. Left-handed hitter for the New York Mets. As he is in the box. White batting gloves. Puts his helmet back on. And Nola gets the signs, kicks and deals, and fires the curveball in the dirt. And so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. They got Bryce Harper mic'd up over at first. 1-1 is the count. Nola fires, and there's a swing and a miss on a cutter that was inside. Mets are on a 3-game losing streak. They lost all 3 games to the Boston Red Sox, and they got outscored in the series by a total of 13-4. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over towards the third base side and out to left field for a base hit. Marsh fields it and throws it back over towards the infield, but getting on with an opposite field single is Carson Bench. This guy has hit the Phillies pretty well this year so far. $20 pitches for Aaron Nola. Again, in case you're just tapping on in, A.J. Ewing struck out in the first. Juan Soto then singled, and then Bo Bichette grounded into a 3-6-3 double play. This pitch is popped up and skied out over towards the shortstop, Trey Turner, and the catch is made, and Jorge Polanco is down on 1 pitch. So far in the second inning, Lindor flied out to right, Benj singled down the third base line, and then Polanco popped out over to short. 2 away, top of the second. Leading off over at first is Benj. And it's Jared Young's turn. A 248 average for him. And his first pitch that he takes is inside and high for ball 1. We'll do some more shout-outs when we go to the bottom of the second. Alpha wants to know who's hitting a home run tonight. I don't know, my friend. Toss back over to first, and the throw was not in time. The Phillies are 25-21 at CBP. One ball, no strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-0 pitch is on the outside edge for a called strike. It was a curveball. And now it's 1-1. I don't know why it feels a little bit darker in here. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards deep right field, and that ball is going all the way towards the corner, but it is a foul ball. Thank goodness. 198 people tuning on in. And make sure that you guys hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. We're already at 72 likes. If you like what you hear, make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We do this for as many Phillies games as we can, where we try to be very consistent. We also do other baseball games as well. And we do some Sixers games and Eagles games too. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the second. Runner at second. And the 1-2 pitch and a foul ball on a changeup. That came at 86. Did you guys miss me? 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. Time to go to the bottom of the second. All right, so Young strikes out and Aaron Nola has 2 strikeouts. And we go to the bottom of the second. Marsh, Bohm, and Stott are coming on up. Time for some more shout-outs. Ned tuning on in from Illinois. Good to see you, my friend. Hillbilly is back from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Good to see you too, man. My people, my Philly freaks. How we doing, baby? We're back. Yes, we're back. Nice. All right. Yeah, it was fun. Marshall hit a home run. Nola usually gives up a home run, but it's the Mets, says Eagle Auto. Yeah. I guess so. Missed you. Jeff from Virginia. Love it. That's great. Courtney says, Apopka, Florida. Nice. Good to see you guys. Ernest is also here. High five to every single one of you. Phillies is the first leg on my 300 parlay. Let's get it. Wish you the best of luck, man. Bareface Studios, good to see you on here. Calling in some run support from South Carolina. This is the hot corner. The hot corner coming on in hot. The fuego. Love it. It's great. Oh, boy. All right, so time for us to go to the bottom of the second inning. Scott tuning on in from the mountains in Everett, Pennsylvania, as always. Yes. And by the way, Scott, again, I don't know if you heard me before, but I'll say it again. The game got pushed up because of the air quality. So that's why threw me off because I didn't have Twitter open. But it is what it is. We're here. We're here, and we are underway. Yes, sir. All right. So what'd you guys do when I was gone? What did you guys do? I don't know. Like, did you watch any other sports? Anybody watching the World Cup? Anybody do anything exciting? The pitch, and that's in there for a strike to Brandon Marsh. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like a month. Really. I'm so used to like being on every day, you know? The 0-1 pitch to Brandon Marsh, and he chops it over towards the first base side. First baseman picks it up and tags the bag for out number one. Tell you what, Young, because the ball was hit a little bit awkwardly over towards that first base bag. It just sort of rolled down that line, sort of slid a little bit, and lost his footing on the dirt, and then just got into a sitting position, leaned over, and tagged the glove with the baseball to the bag. And that's how he got the first out. 11 pitches in the first inning for Christian Scott. 1 out, bottom of the second, and the pitch. And there is a called strike at the knees to Alec Bohm. His average sits at 215. He has 11 home runs and also 47 runs batted on the season so far. And he looks at a strike right down Broad Street at 96. 2 four-seamers thrown in a row by Christian Scott. The 0-2 pitch, and Bohm chops one over to third. It's backhanded by Bichette, and the throw over to first base is dug out by Young. It took 2 skip bounces, and Bohm was out by a half a step. And 2 up, 2 down. Bichette playing over towards right on the outfield grass, towards the back of the third base side. Doesn't really have a good arm over at third. But you got Bohm out. And a good stretch by Young, of course. Here comes Stotts. And Scott, who is on the mound, throws the pitch a little bit high to the liking of Dan Iasagna, who's the home plate umpire. Looked like it was a strike, but not in the eyes of the home plate umpire. Bryson Stott versus Christian Scott. 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2 to Stott. Yeah, we missed you, JJ. We had to listen to Tom and Ben the whole week as a senior. There's nothing wrong with that. They do a great job. 2-0 pitch and a called strike on the outer third of the zone. Eric Audie, that's a new one. Yeah. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate you. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch outside for ball 3. That was a sweeper. And so the count is now 3-1. I watch the Phillies on regular TV. Glad to be a part of the crew. Go Phillies, says Michael. What's going on, Michael? How you doing, my friend? 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Stotts, and he shoots it foul towards the right side and out of play. The Phillies are 2 games in back of the Atlanta Braves. They're also 2 games above the Marlins, who have lost 3 in a row. The Nationals also lost 3 in a row. The 3-2 pitch to Stott, swing and a miss. The fastball was down the heart and soul of the plate, and the inning is over. So, 2-1-2-3 innings for Christian Scott, and we will go to the top of the 3rd inning out at Citizens Bank Park. Yeah, good. Watch the Phillies here. Yeah, PJ, I saw on the news that the Fires, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Does that make sense to you? Bohm stares at a pitch, at a perfect pitch, then swings at something that's in lower than the one that he stared at. No, not to make excuses, but, he didn't execute. He did not execute there. And you saw a good pitch go by. Baseball is not easy. It's not easy, but he did. He saw a good pitch go by, so, yeah. So we are going to go to the top of the 3rd inning. Beatty, Alvarez, and Ewing will be coming on up to the plate for the New York Mets. And that is 7-8. That's actually 8, 9, and 1 that are due up in the batting order for the Mets. Phillies ended up playing against the Tigers, and they won 2 out of 3. We were not able to do Saturday's game, nor Sunday's, but they won 4-2 on Saturday, and they shut out the Tigers 5-0 on Sunday. Zach Wheeler struck out 10 in 6 scoreless innings, and JT Realmuto had himself a bases-clearing double in the 6th inning, which was really good to see. We did also hear a report, unfortunately, earlier today that Brad Keller has a torn UCL and is expected to miss the rest of the season, and that really sucks. I mean, he signed a 2-year, $22 million deal with the Phillies over the winter after he had a very good season with the Cubs. And that is really not the news that they want to hear, especially because I know that he hasn't had a good season out of the bullpen, but Phillies do need arms. And unfortunately, that's not such a good thing for them. So they're obviously going to be more in the hunting for a bullpen piece, for sure. JJ, thanks for the positive vibes as always. Jack, what's going on, Jack? How you doing, man? Appreciate you. Here's the pitch, and there's a called strike. That was a beautiful knuckle curve taken at the knees for strike 1. It's 93 degrees out. It feels like 104. Air quality is at 156. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 delivery, down for a ball. It was a changeup. Just saying that their approach is the problem. They all do it 1 through 9, says Jay. Yeah, man. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nola gets set and fires, and the pitch is popped up and skied out over towards shallow right center field. Who's going to get it, though? That's the question. It'll be Justin Crawford who calls off Rincones, and he will make the grab for the first out. Fly out over to shallow center. Camera work has been dreadful so far. Fresno, California is here in the chat. What's going on? What does that say? Get K. What's going on, man? It's pretty creative. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a called strike. 0-1. Alvarez hitting .254. Nola kicks and fires. It's chopped foul. Phillies are off tomorrow. Their next game against the Mets will be on Saturday. They play at 4:05. Zeus versus Manaya is the pitching matchup. Then Sunday they play in the afternoon at 1:35. No balls, 2 strikes. Nola kicks and fires again. In the 0-2, they try to appeal to see if he went, and the first base umpire, Adam Beck, says, he did not go. Alan Ronhell is pitching on Sunday for the Phillies, and Nolan McLean is on the bump for the Mets. 9 balls and 23 strikes for Aaron Nola so far. The 1-2 delivery to Alvarez, and he gets underneath a slider that was down the middle, but he flies it out over towards center field. Crawford on the run, looks up, and that ball is flying on out of here. Didn't really think that it was going to carry that far, but it just had enough oomph to go over that center field wall, and Alvarez takes advantage of a hanging slider down Broad Street and gives the Mets a 1-0 lead on a solo shot out to dead center field. I mean, it was absolutely a mistake of a pitch, and I was like, I don't really know how far that ball's going to go. He did. He got underneath it, and yet that ball just kept carrying, and Crawford just couldn't do anything about it. So 1 out, top of the third, and A.J. Ewing is up to bat. And his first pitch is a changeup, and he swings and misses at it. Looked a little bit low. It's spreading over a 1,000-mile radius, and they expect the rain that coming to the east will take out the smoke. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The 0-1 pitch, and it's a foul ball. That was at 94 miles per hour. We got 197 people tapping on in. Once again, folks, make sure that you guys like and subscribe. 94 likes so far. We're trying to get to 500. The ball's 2 strikes. Nola kicks and deals. And it's down and taken for a ball. 1-0 Mets on a home run by Francisco Alvarez. That's the first home run of the second half of baseball. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss. Excellent knuckle curve thrown by Aaron Nola right there. And there's out number 1. Drop 3 chairs in the chat for Knowles. AJ strikes out for the second time today. Just Baseball just tweeted. I saw Just Baseball at the Home Run Derby. That was pretty cool. Got to meet them. It's pretty sick. Juan Soto's up to bat. And the pitch is down and in for ball 1. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. It's pretty cool, man. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch is down for ball 2. That was a changeup. And so it's 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. This is down and away for ball 3. Yeah, man, it was a cool weekend. It felt like that every day when I was in Philly, like I would get up at like 7 o'clock. I'd leave the house by like 7:45-ish or like 8 o'clock-ish, and I wouldn't come back till like 2 a.m. Those were my days, pretty much. Next pitch. Now it's 3 balls, 1 strike. My goal was to try to take advantage of every single interaction that I had while I was at the Village or at the Derby, and I really tried to stay busy. And I really took in everything that I could. 3-1 pitch, and that's down for ball 4, and Soto gets on with a 2-out walk. And that, to me, is how it should be. A lot of times, and you guys don't see this, but I focus a lot on the content side of things, and I try to figure out, like, how can I be better with my production, but it just sort of, like, going to this whole thing this weekend made me realize how important it is to network with people, how important it is to get your face out there and just build relationships, build a community, and be able to just talk to people. The pitch is inside for a ball. We also film content, of course, too. There's stuff that I do have for a vlog that I haven't had the chance to edit yet, but, I just stayed busy. 1-0 pitch, that's in there for a strike to Bo. One ball, one strike. Aaron Nola gets sent right at the numbers, and he kicks and delivers, and Bichette fouls it off. But they had like so many cool activities that were there. The OxyClean guy was there. That was pretty interesting. He was actually signing OxyClean detergents. Martin the Gecko was there. Geico was giving away these like big blue gloves, fielding gloves, the biggest gloves I've ever seen in my entire life at the Village and at the Home Run Derby. 1-2 pitch, here it comes, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. And we go to the bottom of the third out in Philadelphia. JT, Rinconis, and Crawford are going to come on up to the plate. But yeah, I talked to a lot of people. I really did. Probably the most talking that I've done in a while. Just a lot of walking around, a lot of visiting different booths, different tables, talking to VPs and CEOs and founders of nonprofit organizations, which is pretty cool. And just told them about like what I do. And just tried to build relationships. And I think that we definitely had a big successful weekend. And it was fun. We got new subscribers that are just fans on here that I met from the Village and from the Derby itself. And that was sick. And if you're new here, I appreciate you guys. I had a great interaction with you all. And I'm hoping that you find a home on here and that you stay and watch us build this community even further. I also got to go to a John Boy watch party on Tuesday. That was pretty cool. They had a watch party in Fishtown. And so, I don't know if you guys follow John Boy Media, but they're huge when it comes to the baseball scene of things. And it was just really cool. I wasn't really doing a lot of as much talking over there. I was sort of trying to just soak being in the same room as Swilly and as, like, all the creators, for sure. Jimmy and Shelfie, all of them. And it was just, I don't know, it was humbling. It was very humbling. And cool to meet some of the editors. They have a warehouse. I learned more about their channel. I've been watching some of the creators, of course, but I'll be supporting them even more, So, very refreshing, very awesome, and it makes me realize that there's a lot more creative things that we can do. JT is up, and on the very first pitch, he grounds a single back up the middle, and the Phillies have a base runner here in the bottom of the third to start off the inning. Was just constantly talking, even to people that were not even at tables. Charge! JJ, I saw your pitch. I mean, man, I just did it for content, I don't care what people say about my pitching, what people say about my hitting. It is what it is, man. Like, you got to put yourself out there. You got to put yourself in uncomfortable positions, and you just got to do things, The pitch is in there for a strike. No balls, one strike, and the 0-1, and that's a foul ball. The bottom line is that I got engagement. I don't really care how I did. I'm not even embarrassed with how I did. Not at all. No balls, two strikes. Gabriel Rinconis Jr. is up to bat. He's hitting 179. The 0-2 pitch. It's fouled away, and it goes on out of play. It was a lot of fun. It was a great time. By the time I got home every day, I just passed out. I really did. I went with RB a couple of days. That was really cool. 0-2 pitch, and that is a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. And there is one out in the bottom of the third. But yeah, filmed some content and took pictures. Met a fan. That was cool. One out, bottom of the third. 1-0 New York. The pitch to Crawford. And it's up high for a ball. There was an auction that was going on over there. I'll tell you more stories. On a pitch, this popped up and hit right behind home plate, and the pitcher, Scott, is there. He'll make the catch. It was a little bit weird, though, because Alvarez got hit in the mask by Crawford's bat, and he couldn't even get up to, go get the ball because he got the wind knocked out of him. And Scott is the one who had to run right behind home plate to make the grab for the second out. That'll hurt. Alvarez is taking off his mask. And obviously the trainer is out there to go talk to him. So is manager too. And Alvarez is going to go back right behind home plate. Andy Green was out there to just see how he was feeling. And it was on the backswing by Crawford that he got hit right in the mask. Ouch. 2 down, bottom of the third. Phillies do have a hit. JT got on to lead off the third with a single. Streaming baseball has got to be a grind. There are so many games. It's great that you got to get out and have a good time. Yeah, it is a grind. But again, I'm very privileged. I love what I do. I am very blessed that I have a very good support system around me that allows me to do what I do. The pitch is outside for a ball, but sure, it's important. It's important to get out. It's important to meet people. It's important to step out of your comfort zone. I was like, well, with this being here, there's no better opportunity. 1-0 pitch to Turner, and it's flied foul and out of play. I was there when it opened until it closed every single day. Even if I had to go back to South Jersey by myself, wanted to make the most out of everything. I didn't want to have any regrets. I actually, after Saturday, I ended up getting a ticket for Sunday because I was like, I got to go back. I got to go back. Didn't get a chance to go to the draft, though, chat. Yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate, but it still worked out very well. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Trey Turner's down on strikes, and the inning is over. So, no runs, a leadoff single by JT, and that is all she wrote. And we go to the top of the fourth inning, 1-0 Mets. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the bell icons too. It is now time for On This Day in Phillies History. Yes, today is July 16th. All right, it is July 16th. Did you know that Ben Chapman on this day in 1948 got fired as manager and was replaced by Dusty Cook? Chapman finished with a 196, 276, and 2 managerial record. So Dusty Cook ended up taking on over, and he was the manager, of course, for the Phillies. Dusty Cook actually passed away in 1987. He was a player for the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Reds. He managed the Phillies. He was actually the manager in 1948 and he coached them up until 1952. So he was with them for 4 years. He was also, he was the interim manager from July 16th to the 25th of 1948. He had a 6-6 record before handing over the reins to team's permanent skipper, and that was Eddie Sawyer. So, also on this day in 2001, Yankee player Ramiro Mendoza needed only 3 pitches to complete an inning against the Phillies. Eric Valent and Doug Glanville grounded out, and Jimmy Rollins lined out. Each did that on the first pitch that they saw. And that happened in 2001 on this day. Phillies also traded Larry Milbourne to New York in 1983 on this day. Roy Sievers was also traded in 1964 on this day to Washington for cash considerations. And today also the Phillies ended up releasing Don Robinson. Don't know if you guys remember him. Top of the 4th, and here's Lindor to start off the inning against Nola, and the pitch is fouled off over towards the left side. The ball is 1 strike. RB is awesome, man. It was a lot of fun. That guy's my brother. I love him so much. The ball's 1 strike. That's to Francisco Lindor. Nola gets set, kicks, and deals. The pitch is inside for a ball. That home run derby ending was sad for us Phillies fans, but really epic, says he. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed on a nice curveball thrown by Nola. At the end of the day, I mean, for you guys, I can understand. For me, I just looked at being there like I felt like I didn't belong. I felt like I was there doing something that 7-year-old me would have been like, you know, what a dream come true. The pitch, ground ball hit over towards second. Stott plays it on a hop, throws it over to first. And there's 1 out, and Francisco Lindor is retired. So Lindor flied out to right in the 2nd, and he just grounded out to second here in the 4th. That'll bring Carson Benj up to the plate. 1-0 New York, by the way. Nola gets set and fires, and the pitch is grounded over towards the right side. Diving stop by Stott. He gets up, throws it over to first, and there's out number 2. Excellent diving stop by Stott towards the right side. He took away a base hit from Carson Benj, who has been hitting the ball very sharply against Philadelphia. And so 2 up and 2 down so far. He just makes it look so easy over at second base. Like, nothing really gets in his way. Everything is so flawless for him. Here's Jorge Polanco, and the former Mariner looks at a curveball at the knees on the outside corner for a called strike. Tell you this, the knuckle curve has been looking very good today for Aaron Nola. Wonder if the extra days of rest have helped. The 0-1, and a tapper hit back right behind the mound. Turner charges towards it, throws it over to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Aaron Nola. And we go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Mets, as there is a lot of smoke in the area. Schwarber, Harper, and Marsh will be coming on up. So, Phillies just have 1 hit. The Mets have 3 hits. Soto had a single. Benj had a single, and Alvarez hit a home run. Soto also walked. But that is what's been the offensive damage for the Mets. Phillies just have a single from JT. Other than that, nothing else on the offensive side of the plate for Philadelphia. No other games going on tonight. This is the only game in Major League Baseball. So there's no scores to record. The Pirates did acquire Robert Hassel III. They got him in a trade with the Washington Nationals in exchange for cash or what could end up being a player to be named later. That was reported 2 hours ago over on ESPN. It's all about getting exposure, JJ, for sure. Yeah, for sure. You got to get exposure. You just got to put yourself out there. Like, you can't be afraid to embarrass yourself. You know, like you're just not going to please everybody. I did think of that title, though, for number 5 starter. I thought that was a good creative short idea. That was funny. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Jordan Walker looked like he was the most chill dude in the world out there. Amazing composure. Would love to see him on the Phillies. Yeah, I would love to see him too. It took a lot of guts for him to be able to do that. Again, it was disappointing that Schwarber couldn't win. But I was like, I don't know, like I'm the type of person, guys, that I'm like, I don't deserve to be here. Like, I literally was like 3 rows behind me was Ben Davis. Okay, and like one section over was Ruben Amaro Jr. Like, I felt like I didn't belong, you know? So I was like, damn, I'm so happy to be here. I like couldn't go to bed that night afterwards, just thinking about the whole entire day. Those tickets were not cheap, and we were so lucky that we got a deal, and we found something. Here's the first pitch to Kyle, and that's way inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Schwarber. And the 1-0 swing and a miss. That cutter just kept running inside. And the count is 1-1. What's up, JJ? Checking on in from Allentown. I assume you mean Allentown, Pennsylvania. The 1-1 pitch, and that is up high and inside for ball 2 at 91. Don't forget to like, folks, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, up high for ball 3. And so the count is now 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike to the Schwarberian. And here's the 3-1 offering, swing and a miss. And the count is now full. I could only watch the last bit of the Derby because of work, but the Philly fans were working the booze for everyone but the Phillies. Made me proud to be a Philly fan. The next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. And that was low below the zone. And Christian Scott gets his 5th strikeout of the day. It was an off-speed pitch, and Kyle Schwarber shakes his head and goes back to the dugout. So again, the game was moved up because of the air quality, the poor air quality. So it was supposed to start in about really 2 minutes. But instead, they pushed it up to 6:10. 1 out, bottom of the 4th. The pitch. This will be challenged by Alvarez. Looked like it was a high strike. And Isagna is going to look at ABS. Harper today 0 for 1. Struck out in the first. And this will be overturned to a strike. 2 ABS challenges left remaining for each team. Nobody's going to believe this. The 0-1, way outside for a ball. Nobody's going to believe this, but RB and I, when Wilson Contreras was up to bat and face Kyle Schwarber, we were very loud with the boos, and then everybody else started to tap on in. We started it. I mean, it probably was going to happen anyways, but we started it. No one's going to believe it, but that's okay. The pitch is up high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Bryce Harper. And he grounds this one down the first base line, over the glove of the first baseman, out to right field. Harper's thinking 2. He'll go into second base, and he'll get on with a stand-up double. And right down that first base line and just went over the glove of Jared Young. That was a bullet. George! Got right on by him. He was playing a little bit away from the line. His timing was also maybe just a little bit late. And Harper gets his 18th two-bag of the season. That is the first Phillies extra base hit of the evening. Bottom of the fourth, 1 out. The tying runs at second. And the pitch to Brandon Marsh is a fastball at 96 at the knees for strike one. And Scott got a Gold Glove this year. Stott? I hope so. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 to Marsh. Way inside for a ball. Dallas is here. What's going on? JJ, how was your trip? The whole weekend of All-Star Village and the All-Star Game weekend and the Home Run Derby, it was a dream come true. It was. The 1-1 pitch to Brandon Marsh, and that's fouled back towards the screen. It was a cutter. It was a little bit high. I was once traded for a quart of pork fried rice. How did that feel, burnt toast? Hey, that's good value, though, my friend. That means that you're worth a lot, though. The pitch, it's a foul ball. It's like when Ben Simmons, I know Ben Simmons got upset at the time when people were talking about James Harden like being in the trade mix, and the Sixers tried to get James Harden for Ben Simmons, and it was really a compliment at the time, you know, because Ben's value was so high. The 1-2 pitch, and it's up high for ball 2. What's going on, Burnt Toast? It's good to see you on here, man. Two balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Marsh. The 2-2 delivery, and Marsh flies one out over towards left center field. Soto backs up and makes the grab for the second out of the 4th inning. Sliced right off the end of the bats. And 2 away. I've been reading his name wrong for the last 3 years, says E. It's okay. It happens, man. It happens. You're human. That's what it means. 2 outs. The pitch. Up high for a ball. Tiffany, what's going on, Tiff? How you doing? Good to see you, Tiff. Of course, Mr. Happy. 1 ball, no strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-0 to Bohm. And this ball is popped up and skied towards the first base side in foul territory. And with plenty of room to make the grab, there is out number 3, as it was caught by Young. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We played 4 frames, and we will head to the 5th inning. Fouled out to first. Okay. Quickie so far. But yeah, we did start the booze. It was amazing how many people whined and complained about the booze. Jordan Walker and Wilson Contreras embraced and liked it, says David. Look, you know, David, at the end of the day, man, there's going to be haters. There's going to be people that obviously don't like it. But you know what, man? If that's like what our legacy is, then you know, man, if that's how people view it, they can view it however they want. But we all know how Philly is. We do. We're tough on our players, but we cheer for them when they succeed. Because we love them. And we don't have to show that to other people. Other people can say whatever the heck they want. What matters is that we know. That's how we operate. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell icons too. The air quality is worsened during the game so far. Jeremy Wilt, the Phillies heads grounds crew, met with 2 umpires before the 5th inning, says Matt Gelb. And, I mean, I don't really know why they're even playing right now. It's hard to even see Center City from here right now. This might be like Fog Bowl Part 2, like, if that makes sense. Like, the visibility is just that bad. It's crazy. Top of the 5th, the pitch. And a curveball at the knees, taken all the way for strike 1. That was pitch number 54 for Aaron Nola. No balls, 1 strike. Nola kicks and deals. The pitch is inside for a ball. So glad you had a good time. Let's go, Bo. Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that again, chat. You know? The 1-1. Down for ball 2. Cody, what's up? Cody, how you doing, man? How are you doing? We're watching you from Cape Coral, Florida. Welcome back, JJ. Let's go. 2-1 pitch. And that's a called strike. And Young says, And he will challenge. Dan Isagna is going to look at ABS. See what the judge has to say, of course. And that is a called strike. So he is incorrect. And there's 1 ABS challenge left for New York. They're still on break, I guess. Perhaps they will wake up around the 7th. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. The 2-2 pitch. Inside for ball 3. The MLB All-Star Game, according to Front Office Sports, averaged 8.79 million viewers Tuesday, up 22% from last year, and the highest figure since 2018. Next pitch is down for ball 4, and there is a leadoff walk by Jared Young. Fox credited a strong lead-in from Spain-France World Cup semifinal, which drew 11.46 million viewers earlier that afternoon, for helping fuel the surge. It's funny. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Where are my new subs at? Subscribing to the channel is free. All right, so leadoff walk in the top of the 5th inning, 1-0 New York. And Beatty looks at the changeup that is off the plate for ball 1. So it's 1-0. Nola gets set, kicks, deals, and a foul ball on a changeup. So it's 1-1. How about another 18 innings? Do you think we'll ever see that again? 18 innings with a ghost runner? No. One ball, 1 strike. The next pitch outside for ball 2. Well, the Phillies 2027 schedule is out. They actually did put out their schedule. The 2-1 pitch. Foul ball. That was at 92 miles per hour. I always like it how they do it this early. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 delivery. Line drive hit back up the middle for a base hit on a hanging changeup to Brett Beatty. And it takes one hop right in front of Justin Crawford. And that'll put runners over at first and second base. A walk allowed and a single allowed. And Francisco Alvarez is the next man up. There is some stretching going on in the bullpen. I remember like 20 years ago, says he in Japan, I watched a doubleheader, and the second game went over 10 innings. My butt was sore from all the sitting. The pitch. That's down for a ball. What's up, DJ Gene? Good to see you on here, man. The Mizzy, thank you so much for the sub over on YouTube. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Inside for ball two. I heard Ruben Amaro saw two guys started a booing session. Go JJ. I'm telling you, like, no one's going to believe us, but as soon as Contreras came up, RP and I just started the boos. That's funny. The 2-0 pitch. And that is down for ball three. Surprised that, I mean, it was a little bit low. JT did not challenge, though. The 3-0 pitch. And a called strike. Yeah, about the lockout next year, Adam. Yeah, I hear you. I know. If we even have a season. I think that there's going to be a season. I just think it's going to be a very short season. 3-1 pitch, and that's low again for ball four, and Nola loads the bases here in the top of the fifth inning. A walk to Jared Young, a single to Brett Beatty, and Alvarez walks. That puts Young at third, Beatty at second, and Alvarez at first. And Caleb Cotham is going to head over to the hill to calm Aaron Nola down. And there will be a conference with the rest of the infielders. And A.J. Ewing, who has struck out twice today against Nola, is up next. 69 total pitches for Knowles. 1-0 is the score. Alvarez hit a solo home run off of Nola. It was his 10th of the season, and that came back in the third inning. The Phillies today just have 2 hits. Just have 2 hits. One from JT. It was a single back in the third. The other hit was a double by Bryce, and that came in the fourth. Yeah. Yeah, there's because of the salary cap. The pitch is down for a ball. So it's 1 ball, no strikes. It's another reason why I wanted to go to the Derby, and I wanted to go to try to do as many games as I can this year because of the potential lockout next year. That's why I'm really trying to push for a lot right now. 1-0 pitch. That's a line drive caught by Harper. He tags first base, and that's a double play. Oh, my gosh. That was crazy. I mean, that ball was hit so sharply. If it was hit anywhere else, probably would have been a base hit. Harper caught it. Was like, I'm going to get the unassisted double play here. And so there's 2 gone. Huge. That is bad luck for A.J. Ewing. And now they're going to intentionally walk Juan Soto, of course, and take their chances with Bo Bichette instead. Two away, top of the fifth. Bases juiced. 71 pitches for Nola. And 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch to Bo, swing and a miss. The sinker kept running inside at 92. Nothing in one. That sounds good, Dallas. That sounds awesome. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. The curveball was down, and Bichette swung over top of it. Let's go, chat. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Why? Come on out of the shadows. What are we doing? What's going on? We got 422 people tuning on in. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. We have 151 likes. Let's go. We should be up there. Should be up to 200. Let's go, baby. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch, and that is low and away for ball 1. Need you guys to hit that thumbs up button. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nola kicks and fires, and Bichette flies it foul and out of play. Darth Pooh, what's up, Darth? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you on here, my friend. Very good to see you on here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are loaded, 2 outs, top of the 5th. Bo is 0 for 2. Ended up grounding on into a double play and struck out in the pitch to Bichette. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. Rincones is there. He makes the catch, and the Phillies get out of that nightmare situation and don't even allow a run. It's still a 1-0 game, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. I will see you very, very soon. Time for us to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hope you guys are doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Hit that thumbs up button. Smash that subscribe button as well. My name is Jason Joseph. A little bit about myself. I have been on YouTube for 3.5 years. I've been calling Phillies games. I also do other Major League Baseball games as well. Dedicate a lot of time to the craft and do Sixers and Eagles as well. And I hope you guys are having yourselves a very fantastic day. If you like the old school radio play-by-play style of a call with a little bit of a sprinkle of interacting with chat, then make sure that you guys join the play-by-play with JJ community. The pitch is taken down for ball 1. And that's to Bryson Stott. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-0 delivery to Stott is a sweeper that is in the zone for strike one. Coach, what's up, Coach? Good to see you on here. Always good to see you on here. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is now 1-2. Don't you just love it, like when people call and then right after you go to a break, and it's just fans. I mean, if you're gonna leave a voicemail message, that's cool, but you're not gonna be able to talk to me on the air while I'm calling a game. The 1-2 pitch, that is down for ball 2. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two is the count. The next pitch, and that is lined foul over towards the right side. Hope you're doing well, Coach. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's to Stott. The 2-2 pitch and a foul ball. What time did this game start? Right after first pitch, which was at 6:10. Supposed to start at 7:10, but obviously it got moved up because of the air quality. The 2-2 pitch, and Stott strikes out on a high cheese fastball, and there's one away in the bottom of the 5th. That's the second time that Bryson has struck out today. Christian Scott, his numbers so far, 4 1/3, 6 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, no runs, and no walks either. So there's 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch is in there for a strike. Our middle relievers are terrible. You have to leave Nola in. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have Nola start the 6th inning, but get somebody warmed up before the inning starts. The pitch, ground ball hit back up the middle, and the throw over to first by the second baseman is in time. It was a little bit of a tough angle there because Beatty was behind the bag at second base, and he had to backhand it up the middle, and then he threw a little skip hop over to first base. The ball took a bounce, and then it got into the glove of Jared Young. Here's the pitch to Rinconis, and a swing and a foul ball over towards the right side. It's no balls and 1 strike. The pitch. That's outside. The 1-1 delivery. Outside for ball 2. JJ, I'm just curious, how come Mike didn't fill in for you on Sunday? Because I didn't know I was going back to All-Star Village. And it was a 140 game, and I felt like it would be a little bit unfair to just ask him, like, hey, do you mind filling on in for me? You know, like, when I found out later that night that I was going to go back, I didn't want to put him in an uncomfortable spot. That's why I didn't do it. Had nothing to do with him. He did a great job. I love him. People might disagree. That's fine. But obviously, I think he did great. He's my guy. Love him, man. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, and it's a little bit inside. Alvarez will challenge. Remember, the Mets only have 1 ABS challenge left. If this is incorrect, then they're down to 0. Alvarez is confident. Let's see. The pitch was a little bit inside, and the Mets have 0 ABS challenges left. Excuse. It's now 3-2. Michael, what's going on, Michael? Doing a great job, JJ. Keep up the positive play-by-play. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you very much. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mets had the worst first half record-wise since 1995. They are 40-57. 3-2 pitch. That's fouled off the home plate umpire's mask. Dan Iasagna. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. It is free to subscribe to the channel. You're basically just hitting the follow button. So if you've been tuning on in for a little bit of time, make sure that you guys do that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch coming on up to Rincones, and it's fouled again back towards the screen. Sam, appreciate you, man. I had a blast. I had such a blast. I felt like a little kid who was 7 years old this whole entire weekend, and I embraced every single second of everything that I did. Next pitch on the way. That's a called strike 3. Rincones will challenge. It looked like that it hit the inside corner. Scott is walking back to the dugout. That's because that is a called strike 3. And we're going to go to the 6th. 1-0 New York. And Lindor, Benj, and Polanco will be back on in to come on up to bat. Right after first pitch, my grandma would call you a smart aleek. Is that how you say that? Aleek? Don't know if I'm spelling that correct. That's funny. The John Boy Media crew was really awesome. Very cool people. Very open to getting to know me. And again, like I felt like I was, I don't know, I felt humbled, you know? I was like, wow, I'm in the same room as these creators here in baseball, and it's cool. It's really cool. It's really hard. It's very rare that you get to meet streamers in person, you know? Like, I was lucky that I met Grassi when he came over to Philly, but you just don't meet them. Like, they're all over. They're in L.A., New York, Green Bay, Wisconsin. A lot of, like, the big ones. So. Happy birthday, Steve. Happy birthday to your wife, E in Japan. Hope she's doing well and having herself a great day. Greetings, JJ, from a smoky western Massachusetts. Yes, guys, if you're outside, please be safe. Please make sure that you guys take the proper care that you guys need and all the precautions, everything. Don't be smart. Be smart. For sure. If you guys think about it, most of the teams in the league play in America, our beloved country, so we're most likely getting a trophy no matter what. Yeah, that's true. I want Schwarber to win. We all did. We all did. It just didn't happen, but you know, the trophy that really matters at the end of the day, I said it on my short, is the World Series trophy. So if we sacrifice that for a World Series trophy, I'd say we did pretty good. Top of the 6th. And Lindor takes a knuckle curve on the outside edge for strike 1. I don't see, they haven't shown any sort of action going on in the Phillies bullpen. I assume that there is. I can obviously double check from the writers, of course, but I don't see anything. 0-1, line drive, foul ball. Doesn't mean that there is no action going on. It's 0-2 to Francisco Lindor. The Fightins only have 2 hits. 7 punch-outs for Christian Scott. The 0-2 delivery, grounded towards the right side. Stott picks it up, throws it over to first, and the first out is made. Courtney, what's up, Courtney? How you doing? Appreciate you, bro. Can't thank people like you enough. You really do help us who can't watch the game live. Well, I got you. That's what I do, and I'm just happy again that we can create a community out of this, and we're not just calling the game. We can sort of hang out and do two things at once, right? Get to know each other, connect with one another. Something that TV and radio don't do. The pitch is taken outside for a ball. And the 1-0 pitch to Carson Benj. Another knuckle curve on the outside corner for a called strike. And that makes the count 1-1. Nola fires, and the pitch is chopped back over to shortstop, and Trey Turner bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. Oh, boy. And going on over to second base, advancing is Benj. Turner tried to get the glove down. It popped out of the glove. It went behind him out over to center, and Crawford was able to get to that ball, but because it was in shallow center, Turner just decided to stay over at second base because nobody else was covering the bag, and Crawford came running on in, and that is going to be an E6. One away, still in the top of the sixth, and we got a base runner at second, and Jorge Polanco is up next, and he takes a changeup down for ball one. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. The 1-1 pitch to Polanco. High for ball two. What's up, Seth? How you doing, buddy? 2 balls, 1 strike. Nola fires, and the pitch catches the outside corner for strike two. Polanco, I think he would have challenged if they had an ABS challenge, but he decided not to. Phillies just have 1 ABS challenge left. The Mets have nada. Not a single one. Two and two. Benj at second. And the 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. He struck him out. And another K for Aaron Nola. And 2 away. That's his 5th strikeout of the ball game. E6. And Polanco strikes out. Jared Young's up next. And Nola deals. Another swing and a miss. They are way out in front of the knuckle curve. Trey Turner, according to Jeff Kerr, has 13 errors on the season now. He's on pace for 21. He had 25 errors combined over the last 2 seasons. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. There is action going on in the Phillies bullpen. I couldn't see who that was warming up. I was looking at something else, but regardless, 0-2 is the count. Don't want to speculate. If you guys saw it, let us know. No balls, 2 strikes, and pitch number 90 for Aaron Nola. Swing and a miss. Oh, knuckle curves thrown. The inning is done. Aaron Nola strikes out the final two batters, and we will go to the bottom of the sixth. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Phillies still down 1-0 against the New York Mets out in Philadelphia. There we go. All right, we're back into the swing of things, chat. We are back. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. JJ, there is Canada and northern Minnesota fire, too. That's terrible. That's awful. Please be safe out there. Okay, so Crawford will lead off the bottom of the sixth. And he will stare at a four-seamer down the hatch for strike one at 95. No balls, one strike. 18 batters faced for Christian Scott, and he has thrown 12 first pitch strikes. And the 0-1 is a curveball in the zone for strike two. He has 69 pitches. Phillies have been unsuccessful working up his pitch count. Scott gets set and fires. And Crawford gets a piece of it and stays alive. Again, no other baseball games on tonight. This is the only one. Raley is getting warmed up in the Mets bullpen. The 0-2 pitch. Up high for a ball. Hit that thumbs up button, folks, and hit that subscribe button as well. 1-2 to Crawford, and Scott fires, and the chopper hit back up the middle, played on the bounce by Lindor, and he throws it over to first sidearm throw in plenty of time to get the speedster Crawford for out number one. We're playing like we are the Mets. Oh, the good old days, WPHL 17, but only on Sunday if you wanted to watch the Phillies the rest of the week, you have to have Prism. It's cool. I remember those days. I do. One ball, no strikes, and that's to Trey Turner. And the 1-0 down in the way for ball two. JJ, I found this channel called Jolly Good Takes. He's from the UK and does the San Francisco Giants games. Yeah, I heard of him. He's pretty good. I've heard of him. The 2-0 delivery, swing and a miss. I don't even know what Turner was swinging at right there. That pitch was inside and high. Kenneth, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a great day, too. 2 balls, 1 strike, 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. Then the 2-1 delivery is a little bit low for ball 3. And the count is now 3-1. Time to wake up those bats. 1-0 Mets on a solo home run by Alvarez. The 3-1 pitch, and Turner smacks one out over towards the right side, but it's caught by Beatty for the second out. Got it off the end of the bat, just put it in a bad spot. 2 away. Here comes Kyle Schwarber to the plate. And Schwarber takes a hack at a cutter and gets nothing but air. Swing and a miss. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 to Schwarber, and he drills this one out to deep right field. And we are... Is it going to go? It hit off the top of the fence. Schwarber's going over to second. And we'll have to wait for a signal. That ball looked like it just stayed in the yard. It definitely had the height. The question was, did it have the distance? And they say right now, fans are waving that that's a home run. Let's look again. Did a fan reach over? I think it hit the rail. And I don't think anybody reached over there. We're going to wait for a signal here. That might be number 33. Still waiting for a signal. He's at second base right now. It was ruled in play. So the call in the field is a double, but we're waiting for the signal to see if it is a home run. This is a crew chief review, and they are looking at the only game that's going on out in New York. They're looking at this game. This would be his 33rd home run. I don't know. Let's look again. I don't know, man. The call in the field is going to stand, and that's going to be a double for Kyle Schwarber. So it is a double for Kyle, and he is over at second base. That was not a home run for Schwarber. Again, it had the height, but it did not have the distance, and it looks like that we're going to have a pitching change right now. It was reviewed, and Adam Beck made the call. So 2 outs, a runner at second, and Schwarber is in scoring position, and that is going to do it for Christian Scott. People are going to complain that the fan should have caught the ball, and it's a home run. He had a glove. I mean, man, at the end of the day, if you reach over, then you get taken out of the game. Okay? On a play that was that close, okay, does it really even make sense for him to try to, like, reach over there? Like, well, I don't know. Like, what are we doing? Not saying that he has to reach over, but I don't know. Like, what? Either way, he loses. Either way, the fan loses right there. That kid didn't catch the ball off of Schwarber's bat. He should be banned from CBPs as Philly Nation. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Like, give me a break. He gets criticized if he reaches over, and he gets criticized for not catching a home run. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't know, man. I think that that's soft. I think that that's ridiculous, personally. JJ, do you trust that this team can hit with consistency in the playoffs and not have what we are seeing taking place once again in the playoffs as Eagle fan? The question, the answer is I don't know. The answer is I don't know. On one hand, they're playing a different style of baseball under Don Mattingly. Stott's playing every day. Marsh is playing every day. They weren't doing that under Rob Thompson, and they've done pretty good. Do I trust that they're going to get hot in the playoffs? I really don't know. I'm just being honest with you. I really don't know. I think that they need bullpen help. Clearly, I think that they could use another bat. But I think that they have a shot. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch, and that's taken down for ball 2. And the throw over to third is not dug out by Bo Bichette, and Kyle Schwarber just escaped a rundown. So Harper took the first pitch. It was down for a ball. The second pitch was down and away. Alvarez threw it back on over, the pitcher threw it back on over to second, and then Lindor threw it over to third. Schwarber would have been out by a mile. And the throw by Lindor wasn't such a great throw. Bichette tried to backhand it on a bounce, and it bounced off the tip of his glove, and Schwarber is safe at third. The 2-0 pitch to Bryce Harper, and it's a little bit high for ball 3. Raley is pitching for the New York Mets, and the count is 3-0. Harper 1 for 2 with a double. Kyle Schwarber counting his blessings over at third. The 3-0 pitch. And Harper takes it up high for ball 4. Can't believe that just happened on a pickoff attempt when Kyle Schwarber was off the bag. He just got lucky that he got on in the third. Charge! All right. So Harper walks. Christian Scott is still responsible for Schwarber, who is at third base. Brooks Raley is pitching. He's 38 years old. He has a 2.04 ERA and 36 strikeouts on the season. Brandon Marsh is up to bat next. Marsh in the box with white batting gloves. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, and Marsh takes a cutter down Broad Street at 88 for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Marsh, and this ball is popped up over towards the third base side in foul territory, and running out of room is Bichette as it bounces on top of the visitors' dugout. The ball's 2 strikes, and that's to Brandon Marsh. Third base line, of course, is wide open. The 0-2 to Marsh, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. So the Phillies strand 2 base runners. And we will go to the 7th inning, 1-0 New York. Brutal. They had another golden opportunity right there. And just could not scratch off anything. Not a single thing. Nope. Nope. Folks, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Mods, tell people to like and subscribe to the channel. Folks, if you have not done so already, please make sure that you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Maybe not now that I said that, but let us know how we are doing on those likes. I can see for myself right now that we have 575 people tuning on in. 207 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Our goal is to get to 500. So if you have not subscribed or have hit the thumbs up button, what are you guys waiting for? After the game is done, we do a post-game show. I give everything that I can on here with my coverage. I don't care how the team is doing, whether they win 25 games in a row or they lose 25 games in a row. I'm still here. My job is to call the games. All right? That's what I do. I don't control what the outcome is. Obviously, if they're doing really well, that's great. But I'm just a broadcaster. I'm just a caster that's on here that's just calling games, and that's what I do. So I do pregame, I do postgame, and I do in-game coverage as well. And if you guys are enjoying it, please just hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. It's really easy. It's not that hard. Subscribing to the channel is free. Liking is free. I give you this content for free as well. I love you all so much. But please make sure that you guys do that. I need to take a sip of water. Cheers. All right. So, 1-0 is the score. The Mets had a home run from Francisco Alvarez. It was his 10th of the season on a hanging slider that was thrown by Nola. That was back in the 3rd inning. The fan just got roasted. If he touches it and it's a double, they're going to boo him. I said the fan made a... yeah, man. What if they call it... Exactly. That's the way that I look at it, too. Top of the 7th, 1-0 is the score, and the pitch. And there's a called strike. It's a curveball. It's on the outside edge at 77 miles per hour. Nola's still pitching, by the way, chat. Don't forget about trivia. Oh, yes, trivia. Yes, we do trivia. The pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards deep right field. That's going back towards the track, and that ball is going to go. It's a 2-0 ball game. Brett Beatty launches a home run out to right field into the 4th row. Out towards the former out-of-town scoreboard sign. That's his 5th homer of the season. And it's a 2-0 ball game for the New York Mets. The pitch, fouled away. Aaron Nola allows a leadoff homer in the 7th on his 92nd pitch. It's now 2-0. It's impossible to see the skyline at this point. Jonathan Bolin is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 0-1 is the count. Alvarez is up. I think that this will probably be his last batter that he faces regardless. Christian Scott's final line today, 5 2/3, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. The pitch, down for a ball. It's now 1-1. It's great to see you on here, Leonard. Very good to see you. Appreciate you, my guy. The 1-1, outside and low for ball 2. We can't control the games, just reacting and seeing games live and with each other. Exactly, and we're having fun. Well, maybe not tonight, based on how the game is going so far. The 2-1 pitch. It's low and away for ball 3, and the count is now 3-1. Alvarez in the batter's box. Hitters count. Nola gets the signs. Has to be careful here in the 3-1 pitch. And Alvarez is going to fly one out over to deep left field. And that ball is gone. Oh, great. The 2nd home run of the day for Francisco Alvarez. And now it's a 3-0 ball game. Back-to-back home runs allowed by Aaron Nola. And that's Alvarez's 11th home run of the season. All solo shots by the Mets. And Mattingly says goodbye to Aaron Nola. Was that another hanging slider that he threw? I knew as soon it was a sinker. I knew as soon as he fell behind in that count. I called it. I said he has to be careful here. JT wanted it towards the outside corner. It ended up hanging, and it was towards the inside corner of the plate, right in the sweet spot of Francisco Alvarez. And so we go to a pitch and change. 3-0 is the score. Brutal. 3 runs on 6 hits. 3 solo home runs by the Mets. Phillies just have 3 hits today. They've put up nothing. No runs. Nope. Nothing at all whatsoever. You left Nola in too long. This is on the bats, man. This is on the bats, and this actually really goes to show how much of a lack of trust Mattingly has with his bullpen. We criticize the bullpen for sucking. What do? You pick your poison. We always say pick your poison with Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. Do you rather take your chances with how awful this bullpen is? Or do you just say Aaron Nola has the hot hand, might as well try to go back to him? People criticized and they said that Aaron Nola got taken out too early in the last game. And then the bullpen blew it. So, what more do you want? That's just my question. I don't know if that's fair criticism, but that's the way that I look at it. So I think that Don Mattingly sort of had his hands tied behind his back. I really do. The offense is not putting up anything. And with how Nola's pitching, well, people would have said, well, he shouldn't have went to the bullpen. It's a lose-lose situation, in my opinion. 0-1 pitch, ground ball hit over towards first. Harper plays it on the ground, takes it over to the bag, and there's one away. 1 gone in the top of the 7th. Jonathan Boland's pitching. Mets today are 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Phillies are 0 for 3. 3 solo home runs for the Mets. Nothing for the Phillies. Juan Soto is up with 1 out. Boland fires and is down for a ball. Correct. The 1-0 pitch. It's a foul ball. This is also on Don. How is this on Don? Who in the bullpen do you trust to go out there to pitch and actually not allow a run? Who? Besides Duran. Do you trust Jonathan Boland? I mean, I guess, he would be my second option here. But who else do you trust? The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Mattingly's an idiot, period, says Jack. Well, who else does he have? Tell me, who else does he have? Orion? Do you really trust Orion Kerkering right now? The 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be grounded foul. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, though, Jack. I appreciate you. One ball, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th, 1 out. Nobody on. 1-2 to Juan Soto. And the pitch. There's a check swing foul ball. And that one goes on out of play. Weird. The 1-2 delivery down for ball 2. So it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 delivery, that's foul tipped. Wouldn't have been caught by JT. Two balls and 2 strikes. That's to Juan Soto. The 2-2 pitch. Low for ball 3. I trust anyone more than Nola for the 7th inning. It's now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Thanks, Jack, for the $2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, top of the 7th. Boland fires, and the pitch is inside and low for ball 4, and Soto walks. And he is over at first base. He gets on for the 4th time today. I trust anyone more than Aaron than 7th inning Nola. It's a lose-lose situation, my friend. They need another starting pitcher. They clearly need more bullpen help. They got a lot of work to do. That's the bottom line. There's a slider that's thrown, and that's in there for a called strike. 0-1 is the count. 954 career walks for Juan Soto. That's a lot of walks. The 0-1. Swinging a foul ball. That's now 0-2. Two solo shots allowed in this inning by Nola, and the Phillies are down 3-0. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball, hit back up the middle. Turner has it, takes it to the bag for 1, and the throw to first, there's 2. And that is a 6-3 double play. It is time for us to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. All right. Bottom of the 7th inning coming on up for the Philadelphia Phillies as they trail in this ball game by a score of 3-0. All right, chat. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. All right, so here is the question that I have for you all. All right. In 2011, there were 3 pitchers and 2 position players that were named All-Stars on the Phillies. Who were those guys? 3 pitchers and 2 position players. Who were All-Stars in 2011? Let's go. Who are they? Mike Schmidt. No. Mike Schmidt was not on the team in 2011. 3 homers. Yes, sir. In 2011, 3 pitchers and 2 position players were on the All-Star team from the Phillies. Who were they? Who were those people? Don't all come at once. Rollins. Nope. Hamels. It's one. It's one of the pitchers. There you go. What's up, Will? Cliff Lee. It's 2. Utley. The pitch. Ground ball hit over towards third base. It's played on the hop by Bichette in the throw to first. What an excellent stretch that was by Young. And there's out number 1. Keep firing away. You got 15 more seconds. Too blessed. Good job. Good for you to Google. To just copy and paste it. You are correct, but yes. The ball is 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th in the pitch. That's down for a ball. Halliday, Hamels, Lee, Polanco, and Vittorino are all correct. Good job by you. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. And there's a foul ball. For those of you who are actually guessing, though, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for playing trivia. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. The 1-2 pitch. Foul ball. Stock got a piece of it. And he stays alive. Mario! What's up, Mario? How you doing? It is good to see you, Mario. One and 2 is the count. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. And the pitch to Stott. There's a fly ball hit out over towards deep right center field. That's going back towards the track, but it's caught right in front of the Toyota sign for out number 2. And there's 2 away. The pitch. And that's in there for... That's actually taken outside for a ball. All right, we're going to do another trivia question. This time we're going to time it. 1 ball, no strikes. We'll do another one when we go to the 8th inning. We're going to time it. You better be quick. You better be quick. I'm a little bit bummed that somebody copied and pasted everything in the chat. I should have known better, though. That's on me. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, nobody on. 3-0 Mets on 3 solo shots, including 2 from Alvarez, 1 from Beatty as well. And JT is up. He's 1 for 2. Glad he didn't make a bet. 1-0 pitch. Foul ball. Right off of the cleat of JT. Phillies have 3 hits today. Christian Scott went 5 2/3. He allowed 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and he struck out 7. Huascar Brazoban so far has gone 2/3 of an inning. And the next pitch, it's a foul tip into the glove for strike 2. So the count is 1 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Brazoban gets set and fires, and it's down again for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch outside for ball 3. JT's batting average is at 206. The next pitch is a high bouncer hit over towards shortstop, and Lindor has it on a hop, throws it over to first, and there's out number 3, and we're going to go to the 8th inning. All right, be ready for this trivia question. It's going to be pretty quick. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you will hear this. All right, so the question that I have for you, who was the only Phillies All-Star? And by the way, you get 30 seconds to answer this. 30 seconds. The only Phillies All-Star in 2000. Ready, set, go. Let's go. The only Phillies All-Star in 2000. I'm timing you. Be quick. Don't have time to copy and paste this from AI. Nothing. 20 seconds. Let's go. Melon Playground, how you doing, man? How you doing? 15 seconds. Let's go. Rolling. No. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Howard, no. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Utley, no. Schilling, no. Chase, no. No, not Schmidt. Nope. The other one, the answer is Mike Lieberthal. Mike Lieberthal is the answer. The only Phillies All-Star selected in 2000 was Mike Lieberthal. That is the answer. Jordan E., thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you, buddy. What's going on, Jordan? Yes. Bobby Abreu is incorrect. Mike Lieberthal, 2000. Jimmy Rollins was selected in 2001. But yes, he was the only Philly. Surprised nobody got it. Chosen Child, you got it. I'll give it to you. Nice. I will give it to you. All right. And thank you for playing trivia. Folks, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Excuse me, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Appreciate you guys for being on here and for tapping on in. That's crazy. He was the only one in 2000. Let's go. Try to get it right before the buzzer. But yes, I give it to you. I know that there's a little bit of a delay for you guys. Top of the 8th. Lindor up to bat. And the pitch. And that is called a ball. Chomboy Media just posted Phillies fan gets roasted on TV for not catching a home run. For not making a better effort to get a Kyle Schwarber home run. The 1-0 pitch. That's taken for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. 3-0 Mets. And the pitch to Lindor. It's a called strike. Seth Johnson is pitching, by the way, for the Phillies. It's a 2-1 count. Francisco tonight is 0 for 3. He flied out to right. He also grounded out to second. And he flied out to right again. And this pitch is popped up and skied over towards shallow left center field. Turner backpedals. And he will have plenty of room to make the grab for the first out of the 8th inning. That is Lindor who pops out. Time is at 8:23. Wow. That is unbelievable. One away, top of the 8th. Carson Bench chops one towards the right side. Stott plays it on a hop, gathers himself, throws it over to first, and there's out number 2. This game got started at 6:10. Was really supposed to start at 7:10, but they moved it up because of the air quality. His ability really isn't so good here. 2 away, top of the 8th. And Jorge Polanco is the next man up. The pitch is low and inside. It was a slider. Seth Johnson has a 7.15 ERA, 14 strikeouts as well. And the 1-0 pitch, fly ball hit out over towards left field. Marsh backpedals, and he just makes the catch. And there's out number 3. Took a wrong turn, and what matters is at the end of the day, he caught it. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies are down 3-0. And he misjudged that thing. All right, but he got it. Time to go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies are down 3-0. Where are we tapping on in from? Let us know. Come on. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Gotta wake up the bats. Time to wake up the bats. We got 410 people tuning on in. Smash that like button. We have 242 likes. Our goal is to get to 500. Let's go. Appreciate you guys for being on here. Love you all. I do. I love you guys very, very much. Sorry if I sound a little bit condescending. I really do. I love you guys very much, and I do hope you guys are having a great day. It is good to see you all here in the chat. We got Memphis, Tennessee here in the chat. Love it. Lindsay's here. What's up, Lindsay? Yeah. Paul Washington, New York is here. What's up, Danny? Redding, California says rain. Sydney says Scott. Lewistown, Pennsylvania says Adam. Huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for rocking with me for all these years, Adam. Still in Central California. We love it. Palm over Florida. Yeah, Williams here. Nevada is here. Brian, what's going on? Who else is here? Who else? Shout out more cities. Hall of Fame City, Canton, Ohio. Wrong sport, my friend, but what's up, Brian? How you doing, man? Delaware, what's up, Delaware? Elaine is here. Fist pump to Elaine. Dauphin County, Pennsylvania. Outside of Harrisburg. Yes. Love it. Spring Hill, Tennessee, says Leonard. What's going on, Leonard? Javons with a gifted membership. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my friend. Fort Worth, Texas, says Kenny. USA. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Actually, shout out to you for that gifted membership. Javons, thank you again. The pitch to Rincones. There's a high fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center field. It'll stay in the ballpark. Ewing tracks it down, makes the grab, 1 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. We will do some more in a little bit. New Cumberland here in the chat. Tiffany from Glenside, Pennsylvania. Always good to see you guys. Yeah. Always good to see you guys. Once again, Javons, I appreciate you for the gifted sub over on YouTube. Much love to you. Smash that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. The next pitch, and that is taken for a called strike. Javons with another gifted membership, and that goes out to Sandlot. Drop the MVPs in the chat for our boy, Javons. The 0-1 pitch popped up, hit out over towards the third base side. Bichette gets under it, has room, makes the catch. And 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 8th inning. I met JJ this week. What a pleasure. He deserves it. Javons, you are the man. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much. It was so good to meet you. It really was. I had such a blast this weekend. Again, I keep saying it. I felt like I was a 7-year-old kid. And just from being in the village for 3 days, just from going to the John Boy Media watch party and from going to the home run derby, it really was a dream come true for my 7-year-old self. And I loved networking with people, building relationships with people like you. I don't have any regrets. The ball's one strike, and the pitch to Turner. There's a high fly ball hit out to deep left field. Forget about it. It's gone. Number 11 for number 7. Well, you made my week, man. There we go. All right, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, and now Schwarber's up. Weaver is pitching, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. Javon's with another gifted sub. Another MVP chant. He wants some. He wants those MVPs. The 0-1 to Kyle, down for a ball. So Luke Weaver is pitching, and he gives up a home run to Trey Turner. And 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies down by 2. All runs in this game have come via solo shots. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Schwarberian. He doubled his last time up, and the pitch is inside for ball 2. Luke Weaver with a 1.85 ERA. The last time that he allowed a home run, you got to go back to April 30th. That was the last time that he gave up a home run for the Mets. The 2-1 pitch to Kyle. Chopper hit over to the right side. Second baseman Beatty has it on a hop, throws it over to first, and we will go to the 9th inning. It's a 3-1 game. Trey Turner does put Philadelphia on the board, and we go to the 9th. Man, Javon's is flying, man. Oh my gosh. Another gifted membership. Let's go. Javon's is the GOAT. Let's go! Drop the goats in the chat for Javon's. That's now 4 gifted memberships. Unbelievable. Let's go! Appreciate you, buddy. Javon's, you are the best. Appreciate you, man. Oh, boy. Nice, nice, nice. That was 25, by the way. 25 innings for Luke Weaver without allowing a home run. And actually, really, that was 25 consecutive appearances without allowing an earned run. That's really what it was. But still, for him to not allow a home run since that long, really impressive. Kind of makes me think about Matt Strom and his run that he had. I think it was a couple of years ago with the Phillies. That was pretty cool, too. Man, let's get 3 outs, then 3 back, man. So cool. Drop those goats. JJ is somebody who deserves it. I hope one day y'all get to meet him. Oh, man, I'm just happy I got to meet you. I mean, look, again, like, going to these conventions, right? Like, I don't get to do stuff like that. I really learned this weekend how important it is to just network with people, build relationships, and show up to these things. You know, like, it is really important for me to try to continue to put myself out there even more, and also just spread the word and just build more community. Like, that's what I really love. And I love creating content. I love meeting people. I love my baseball freaks, whether it's in person or it's online. And building community on here is really important to me. And trying to do more charity, trying to do more good work. I'm gonna do whatever I can. 1-0 pitch is down for ball 2. Young is in the box as they just came back a little bit late for the broadcast. The 2-0 pitch, and that's another foul ball. Javon's with another one! You gotta be kidding me! Thank you so much. The 2-1 pitch, and that's low for ball 3. So it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Salute to you, my friend. Escos, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. Next pitch, and now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 9th. I built so many awesome relationships with people this weekend. I will never forget that. 3-2 pitch, and that's up high for ball 4. Oh, man. So leadoff will have to start off the 9th inning. That's not what the doctor ordered for Philadelphia. And the guy that's up next is Carson Benj. The pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. Marsh goes towards his right and has plenty of room to make the grab for the first out of the 9th. That was actually Beatty, who flied out to right. Beatty homered his last time up. And so did this guy. He's actually homered twice today. That's Francisco Alvarez. The 1 through 7 hitters today for the Mets are 2 for 23 with 5 walks. Beatty and Alvarez themselves are 4 for 6. 1 out, a runner over at first. The next pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Another one! Let's go! Oh my gosh! He just wants me to continue to play the MVP chance. I need a GOAT chance. Let's go. DJ Khaled, man. Another one. No balls, 1 strike, and here's the pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Javon's, I can't thank you enough. If anybody else wants the MVP chance, that's what you got to do. You got to donate and give away more memberships. But wow, thank you so much. I don't really like to ask for money. I really don't. But thank you so much for all the support. The 1-1, and that's down in the way for ball 2. What's going on? Javon's, I met Javon's this weekend at All-Star Village. And he just gifted 7 memberships. 2-1 pitch. Another swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. Drop the goats in the chat for Javon's. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Johnson gets set again. Kicks, fires, and it's popped foul and out of play. Nola pitching and no hitting means the Phillies lose to the team with the 26th overall, the 26th worst offense in all of baseball. The 2-2 pitch from Seth Johnson. Here it comes, and a swing and a miss. And he went to a slider that was a little bit towards the outside corner. And that's the first strikeout for Seth Johnson. Robert Ratliff, congratulations to you. Frank King, congratulations to you. Justin Robbins, congratulations to you. George Wallace, congratulations to you. The pitch. And that slider is inside. Ray Salazar, congratulations to you. And USA 45-47, congratulations to you as well. All thanks to Javons. The 1-0 pitch and a called strike at the knees. And the count is 1-1. You guys all became members. The 1-1 pitch, a called strike at 99. And that hits the outside edge. A.J. Ewing in the batter's box, 0 for 4. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball hit down the third base line. That is a fair ball, and Marsh definitely misread that. That's going to go all the way towards the corner. 1 run's going to score. The throw is absolutely late, and that is going to be an RBI double for A.J. Ewing to make it a 4-1 game. Marsh thought that maybe it was going to hit the top of the corner when it rolled into foul territory, and instead it went all the way down towards the back corner. I don't know what he was thinking there, but he absolutely misjudged that by a mile. He did. It's a 4-1 game. Tyrone Taylor is up. And Taylor looks at the pitch that's called a strike. It's a slider at 89. Ewing did an excellent job just placing that down the third base line. Bohm was way off, playing him to pull. It's really over towards the shortstop position. The 0-1, swing and a miss. And the count is now 0-2. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Johnson fires, swing and a miss, and the inning is over. The Phillies are down by 3, and they have 3 outs to play with. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Harper, Marsh, and Bohm will come on up for Philadelphia. Jay Evans again. Let's go. Happy Cathy just became a member thanks to Jay Evans. Appreciate you, buddy. Another one. Sports are for me. This loss is clearly the worst, the worst loss of 2026. Yeah, I'm sure. The worst one of 2026. Don't rage bait me. But I appreciate you for tuning on in. This is definitely not the worst loss of 2026. There have been plenty of bad losses that this team has dealt with. But this is definitely not the worst. Not the worst at all. Definitely not the worst. All right, hit that thumbs up button. And hit that subscribe button as well, folks. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Please do not curse in my chat. That's all I ask. Do not curse. Just keep it clean. Do not spam. Don't be a jerk. Those are all my rules. So please do not curse. Mods, if you see somebody cursing, just put them in a timeout. Yes. PJ, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Oh, man. Leonard gets a gift. He gets a membership thanks to Jay Evans. Jay Evans, you are the man. Let's go. That's now 9 gifted memberships from Jay Evans. Phillies might not be scoring runs, but Jay Evans is cooking in the chats. Yes, he is. Let's go. Leonard, congrats to you, my friend. Drop those goats, fire away! You guys are also my MVPs. Absolutely. That's all I asked. Then list his other ones. Yeah, well, it's still pretty simple. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. Shout out to Jay Evans, man. Here's Bryce Harper to start off the bottom of the 9th inning. And the first pitch to Harper. It's a foul ball. Jay Evans, wait. I met you at John Boy, didn't I? Did I meet you at John Boy? Please let me know. If it was at John Boy, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I think it was at John Boy I met you. I'm like pretty sure it was at John Boy. No balls, 1 strike. Remember, we had an awesome convo. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Harper could not catch up to the changeup. No, he could not. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch to Harper. And it's down and inside for a ball. Jordan! What's up, Jordan? Yes. What's up, Jordan? 1-2 pitch. Nets up high for ball 2. Jordan, you are the man. Jordan, I love you, buddy. The 2-2 pitch, and this is grounded towards the right side. Second baseman picks it up, throws it over to first, and there is out number 1. Oh my gosh, Jordan. Jordan, you're the best. I love you so much, buddy. I'm messaging you right now. You're the best, dude. Pitch, and there's a foul ball. I just messaged you, man. That's so funny. Recognize. No balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the 9th. 1 out, nobody on. The 0-1 pitch, and that is down and away for a ball. Man, thank you so much, dude. The 1-1, and that is inside for ball 2. The 2-1 delivery. Marsh is going to slice this one out to left field, but there's the catch by Taylor, and there's 2 up and 2 down. Oh, man. I'm laughing. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, 1 more out to go. Ugh. We got a post-game show after this. Please make sure that you guys call on in. We will break everything down and just go through it all. Here is the pitch to Bohm. Swing and a miss. A lot of swings and misses tonight. That was bad. 94 miles per hour. Tomorrow the Phillies are off. Their next game is going to be on Saturday afternoon. That game will be at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. The 0-1 to Bohm, foul ball, and the Phillies are down to their final strike. Yes, they are. Can't wait to vent about this team. The ball is 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. That's down in the way again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 12 pitches. Devin Williams is in to close it out. The 1-2 pitch to Bohm, swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. The Mets take game 1 of this 3-game set out in Philadelphia. Williams gets the save. Christian Scott gets the win. For Devin Williams, that's now 100 career saves in his career, and his 14th of the season as well. And that is how the ball game ends. Jordan with another gifted membership. Another one. Thank you so much, buddy. Okay. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, so we're going to break everything down like we always do after we come back on the other side of things. But here, if you're going to leave, totally make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe on your way out. This was annoying. This was an annoying game that the Philadelphia Phillies played. First and foremost, the fact that they even played this game and they moved it up an hour early, these conditions were not good. And I just obviously, I get why that they played because it's ESPN and it's a national game, but I think that that's ridiculous. And I feel so bad for the people that were supposed to go to this game, but obviously couldn't go because of their concerns about the air quality. That really stinks. It really does. But this game should not have even been played today. If I'm being completely honest with you, this was awful. But the other thing, too, that I just wanted to say before we break and before we even come back, what an awful display by this offense. This offense was just so atrocious today. I'm not going to take too much stock into things, but the offense gave Aaron Nola nothing, and the fact that they had so many chances to just try to take advantage of bad pitching from Christian Scott, I really was disappointed in their lack of effort today. Regardless of the weather, regardless of the conditions, these guys are major league players. They got to play better. They got to do better. And today, they were not on their A game, and they let the Mets come on into town and take the first game of the series. That is unacceptable. What's really unacceptable is the fact that this team, in this game alone, only had 4 hits. That was it. They just had 4 hits. The Kyle Schwarber home run thing, we'll talk about that on the other side too. Should the fan have made the catch? Should the fan have not made the catch? You be the judge. You let me know how you feel about that down below. I am going to take 5 minutes, and then we will come back and we will break everything down. We'll go through a little therapy session together, and we'll just sort of come back together, reconvene, and then we'll take phone calls like we usually do. It's been a while since we've done this. It feels like it's been a month. It's only been a week, but we're back, and that's the good news. I will see you back here, though, in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. I will see you very, 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 very soon. Once I can get this up. There we go. All right, see you soon. Don't go anywhere.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Well, the Philadelphia Phillies get absolutely embarrassed today by the New York Mets, and they fall short and lose by a final score of 4-1 out in Philadelphia, and that is how they start off the second half of the All-Star break. Yes. So this is how they start off the second half of the season. It was brutal. Christian Scott gets the win. He's now 3-1. Aaron Nola's now 3-7. We'll get to Aaron Nola in a little bit. And Devin Williams grabs his 14th save of the season. I'm going to start off here, okay? And obviously, calling into the show, 610-314-0844. That is how you dial on in. But I just got to get this off my chest. How dare Major League Baseball play this game? These conditions were awful. They were terrible. They were really bad conditions, and they should not have played this game today. They really shouldn't have. I'm just being straight up with you. Like, just the fact that they played this game with such bad visibility, it's so bad for people to be outside. Like, that's awful. And I think that they should be really ashamed of themselves for playing this game today. I'm just being straight up. I'm being honest. And nobody should have to be out there in these types of horrible conditions. And people should have been compromised for what happened today. Absolutely. Secondly, this is your Phillies offense today, with all of that in mind. These are the guys that got a hit. Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and JT Realmuto. That's your offense. Marsh 0 for 4. Bohm 0 for 4. Bryson Stott 0 for 3. Justin Crawford 0 for 3. Gabriel Rincones Jr. 0 for 3. Everybody else, Turner 1 for 4. Schwarber 1 for 4. Harper 1 for 3. And JT 1 for 3. Okay. This game was really annoying. This was a very annoying game because Christian Scott was not pitching great. And the Phillies had a lot of chances to try to get some... They had a lot of chances to try to get his pitch count up there. And this team, what I've credited them with a lot this year is they work up the count. Right? They grind out at-bats. There was nothing today that this team did to work up a pitch count. I think that the most pitches that somebody took today was I think it was just a 7-pitch at-bat to Bryson Stott. I think that was the most. That's not good. You're not going to win games that way. It's so important for you as a hitter to work up the pitch count because the more pitches that the pitcher throws, the more likely he is to throw a mistake. And today, Christian Scott didn't have a lot of those. And the Phillies didn't do a good job executing. That's on them. There was a couple of opportunities for this team to try to snag runs on the board, and they relied on the long ball today and just couldn't get anything going with small ball action. And that's not how you want to start off the second half. You had a chance to try to get within 1.5 games, to get within 2 games for that division. And you had an opportunity, and you failed to do so today. You wanted to come on into the second half of this break with this game on national TV to get off to a very good start. I'm not saying that this is the worst loss of the season. I'm not saying that at all, because there have been plenty of horrible losses that this team has had to deal with. There have been heartbreakers, I should say, for sure. But this was just an opportunity that I felt like that they missed out on. And that is not a good mindset to go on into heading on into Saturday. Now they have to bounce back Saturday, and we'll get to that. But the fact that Aaron Nola kept you in this game and the Mets kept you in this game, they wanted you to take it, and you just were not able to do so. You gave Aaron Nola no run support today. And Nola didn't allow a run, or only allowed one run, I should say, up until the 7th inning. He did. He only allowed one run up until the 7th inning, and he put you in a position to win. And you couldn't do anything. That is on you. That's on you. We'll get to Aaron Nola in a little bit, I promise. But I'm looking at some of these at-bats by Trey Turner. In that 3rd inning, that strikeout there was awful. Chasing after pitches and just giving away at-bats. That 3rd inning, after JT's single, starts off the inning. Gabriel Rincones Jr. looks at a fastball down the middle. Looks at another fastball towards the outside corner. Fouls off a curve and then strikes out swinging because the fastball was a little bit towards the upper tier of the zone and he swung right underneath it. Then after that, Crawford fouls out after he actually whacked for Francisco Alvarez on the backswing, and Christian Scott made a very good play there. So there was out number 2. And then Trey Turner's ahead in the count 1-0, fouls off a cutter, looks at a fastball down the middle, and then just ends up chasing after a sweeper that's off the plate. This guy just chases after so much junk, and it gets so annoying to watch when he is just not in a groove at all whatsoever. Sort of looks a little bit like Castellanos when he does that. And I didn't like that. I didn't like how even in the 4th inning, I believe it was, Bryce Harper got on with that double after Schwarber struck out, and Brandon Marsh puts up a 6-pitch at bat, and he flies out over to left field. It's off the end of the bat. The pitch was high and just could not get a good grip of that baseball. It was also towards the outside corner. And then Bohm fouls out over to first base. Just some bad contact today from this team and not good execution. Say what you want about the weather being a factor. I'm not making excuses. They did not execute today, and they got to do that, especially against a team like the New York Mets. They didn't do it today. It's not the end of the world, but I can still complain, and I can say they should have been better today. You had all that time off. You had all that time to rest. So did the Mets. And you just could not, you could only put up one run against the Mets. That's it. You were lucky that you got out of that 5th inning. After A.J. Ewing grounded or lined into that double play, Aaron Nola got the result. He got the result. It was hard contact, but he got the result. And you left away in that inning. I don't know about you, but I felt like, wow, they didn't get one run in that inning. Are you kidding me? This is a golden opportunity to try to do something here in the bottom of the 5th. And what do you know? Bryson Stott on a 2-2 pitch ends up striking out, swinging on a fastball that was a little bit towards the upper tier of the zone. JT gets behind in the count, and he ends up grounding out over towards the shortstop. Rounds out over to second, and then Rincones strikes out. I just really thought that the lack of execution is what really came back to bite the Philadelphia Phillies in the butt today. The difference of this game was really just the 7 and 8 hitters today for the New York Mets. Alvarez had 2 home runs. Beatty had himself 2 hits. And by the way, that's the 8th and the 9th hitters. But that was it. That was the difference in the game. The Mets were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. You were 0 for 3. They won this game because you left them in this game for a really long time, and then they took advantage in that 7th inning, and they said, pick your poison. Stick to Nola or go to this awful bullpen. What do? And they stuck to Nola, and anyway, it was a double-edged sword. It wasn't going to work out. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. It was not going to work out that way. The bullpen ended up giving up another run anyways after you got a run back from a Trey Turner home run in the bottom of the 8th inning, and it was just game over. Like, that was the exclamation point. That was the dagger. Brandon Marsh has to be better at judging where that ball's going to go. It was not going to hit that top corner, so it was just going to go right on by. I don't know why he misread that. He's playing out in left field over there almost every day, and he should know that. And he didn't do it. So, just a lot of mistakes today. Trey Turner continues to be bad over at shortstop, and I just can't continue to watch him play over there. I did like the fact, though, after Trey Turner made that error, and I know, again, I'm jumping all over the place, and I am usually very organized with my thoughts, so I apologize about that. I do have to say, though, I did like how after that error by Trey Turner, Aaron Nola did dial in, and he threw some nasty knuckle curves. He did. He threw some really good stuff today. I just wish that he would have gotten more run support, and it was just not one of those days. So it is what it is. It is what it is. JJ, should the fan have caught that home run? Should the fan have caught that ball for it to be a home run? Here's what I know. We criticize people for reaching over the rail for catching a ball. And that's deemed as interference. And so we say, get them out of the game. Get them out of the game. They don't deserve to come back. So now you're going to tell me that this guy, it's his fault for not catching what could have been a home run. And he's to blame, and he should be taken out of the game for that? What is with people? What's going on? What is going on? How does that make any sense? So now it's a lose-lose because now he should have caught that in order for it to have been a home run. But now we're also going to say, well, if he reaches over the rail, he should be taken out of the game. Like which one is it? Which one is it? Doesn't really make a difference in the result either. Just had to get that off my chest because that's embarrassing. It really is. That's embarrassing that people actually believe that out there. And it makes me just really annoyed. But this whole game was annoying. Because, again, you had chances. You had a lot of opportunities. You gave away a lot of at-bats. You swung at a lot of junk. And you didn't measure Christian Scott up well at all. It's not the end of the world. Baseball's 162 games. It's not like football. But just to set the tone this way, for it to be the first baseball game to start off the second half, and for it, A, to be played is awful. And B, for it to look like this from the Phillies side of things, I mean, you're on national TV. You're getting all the looks in the world. And that's just a terrible way to start off the second half. It's not a good way at all. People are really upset with Don Mattingly in this game. And the reason why that they're upset is because they thought that Aaron Nola was out there for too long going on into the 7th inning. I hear the frustration with the Aaron Nola stuff. And I've been very tough on Aaron Nola this year. Aaron Nola was pitching well, though, a couple of weeks ago, and people were upset that Don Mattingly went to the bullpen. in Aaron Nola's last outing. Let's actually take a look at that right now, shall we? What happened in Aaron Nola's last outing, chat? What happened in his last outing? So Aaron Nola in his last outing it was 5 innings against the Detroit Tigers on Friday, only gave up 2 earned runs and 3 hits. After he got taken out of the game, the Phillies blew it in the 6th inning. And the Tigers put up 5 runs. They put up 5 runs against Tim Meza, and then people were saying, well, Aaron Nola should have been out there for the next inning. So now he's pitching really well, and he goes on into the 7th inning, and now we're saying you have to take him out because this bullpen blows. So what's Don supposed to do? Is Don really supposed to take Aaron Nola out there because the bullpen has been so bad besides Jerron? Do you really trust anybody else in the bullpen to get the job done and not allow a run? Seth Johnson ended up allowing a run anyways in the 8th inning. It's a lose-lose situation. That's not a Don Mattingly problem. That's a Dave Dombrowski problem. So again, you criticize Aaron Nola for coming on out of the game in his last outing against the Tigers, and Tim Meza comes on in and gives up 5 runs, and you say, whoop, should have been left in there. And now you're saying that they should have taken them out. Which one is it? Is my question. I'm sort of going a little bit at the fans today. I am. And again, like I love my Philly freaks. We can have these disagreements. This is passion, right? That's all that this is. This is just straight up passion that we're throwing out there. You didn't lose this game because of Aaron Nola. You didn't lose this game because of Don Mattingly. You lost this game because you could not put up enough runs today. And your offense was bad. The weather was horrible. And your offense could not get the job done. End of story. That's why you lost. It had nothing to do with anything else. Dave Dombrowski has to make the team better. Dave Dombrowski has a lot of work to do. We do need another starting pitcher. I still don't trust Aaron Nola. He's been doing much better over the last 3 outings. That's great. Still don't trust him. But he gave you enough today for you to be able to be in the position to win. Even when there were bases loaded and nobody out in the 5th inning, I don't care if it was hard contact. The fact of the matter is that he got the batter to line into a double play. Then he got out of the inning. He did get out of the jam. He executed. That's what mattered. Whether you call it luck or not, you saw just one run on the board. That's what ultimately showed up. But for you to be 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position, and for you to only get 4 hits today and not put up any sort of fight against the Mets, that to me is unacceptable to start off the second half of the season. This was like any other game. I usually don't complain about losses with this team because they were 10 games under 500, and then they went to 11 games over 500. That's remarkable. But this started off on the wrong foot. How do you respond on Saturday? Call in 610-314-0844. That's how you call in into the show. I want to hear your thoughts. That's enough from me. Floor's yours, my Philly freaks. Call in and let me know how you guys feel about this game. Are we putting too much stock into this? Are we not putting enough stock into this? I don't know. Call in. Let me know. Let me know how you feel. It is 9:17 p.m. Eastern Time. This is early, man. This is an early one. All right. So here is again what the box score looks like on both sides of the on both sides of each team, right? So I got the numbers right here. The Mets bullpen did an excellent job today. The Mets bullpen is one of the best bullpens in all of baseball. Their starting pitching has been an issue, but their bullpen is really good. Oscar Brazaban, 2.7 ERA. Luke Weaver just allowed a home run. That was his first homer that he allowed since April 29th, right? Now it's up to a 2.03. Devin Williams, has been doing much better lately for the New York Mets. So as soon as their bullpen came on in, it's going to be really tough for you to score runs. That's just how good the Mets bullpen is. But the offense didn't execute. All-Star game was a bad omen. Kyle loses the Derby and Sanchez loses the game at home. The second half is going to suck, says Larry. I just think that at the end of the day, they were flat. They didn't play well. And I am disappointed with the loss. I'm annoyed with the loss. But I'm not putting too much stock into this. As much as disappointed as I am with this loss, I think in the grand scheme of things, the only thing that I learned is that the bats didn't do well today. They can't make a trend out of this. And that the Phillies have issues with the bullpen, and they need another starting pitcher, and probably still need another bat. But pitching is the top priority, without a doubt. So, calling in. I want to see phone calls. I want my freaks to call on in and let me know how they're feeling about this team. All right? Calling into the show, 610-314-0844. It's time to hear from you people. Yes. Jordan says the Phillies will bounce back. The Fightins always do. We have to stay positive, says my boy. Yeah, man, look, at the end of the day, again, this is just one of those games where they just didn't have it. They did not have it today. How they respond on Saturday is going to dictate how we feel about the rest of this series. You're going to lose series, right? You're not going to go 162-0. It's just disappointing that they didn't put up a better performance today against this New York Mets team. But you move on, you shake it off, and you show back up on Saturday. You have an off day tomorrow. Yeah. That's it. That's it. But I just can't believe that there's people that are frustrated with Don Mattingly about this game. This just goes out on the players. This was not a coaching problem. They didn't execute at the plate. They were striking out way too much. They were just not putting the ball in play. They weren't being smart on the bases. Kyle Schwarber got lucky because the Mets made a mistake on a pickoff attempt, and Francisco Lindor made a terrible throw over to third base. Kyle Schwarber should have been out. Kyle Schwarber should have been out over at third base. Phillies couldn't take advantage right there, and that's on them. That's on them. The Mets said, take it. The Mets said, come on, Philadelphia, take this from us. They didn't do it. Okay. On to the next one. Phillies usually do really and truly win the series, though. There's not really much to worry about. Again, in the grand scheme of things, I agree with you. But I also, and I know I sound like I'm probably talking out of both sides of my mouth here. I feel like if we don't talk about this loss, though, and if we don't dissect this, then we're not doing the team justice, because they deserve to hear the negative thoughts after this game. Like, again, in the grand scheme of things, not a big deal. But for tonight, they didn't do well, and they deserve to hear that. They put up a bad show tonight. A bad showing. That's what it was. 4 games in a row, Nola pitched a decent game. Now, giving them a chance to win 4 games in a row, the offense did nothing to help that cause. Total BS blaming Nola constantly. Yeah, like, I've been so tough. I've been very tough on Aaron Nola this year. As an Aaron Nola fan over the years, I've been very tough saying that he has just been unplayable. And over these last 4 outings, chat, he's been putting you in a position to win games, and you don't give him any run support. This is not on Aaron Nola. This is not on Don Mattingly. Again, this is the bats. That's all it is. That's all it is. They have flaws. Every team has flaws. The bullpen is terrible. We can all agree. But I don't know. I don't get it. Read a couple more comments, shall we? Our bullpen the last 2 seasons have been our biggest strength. To think about the Dodgers series last year in the playoffs where our bats don't bat. Yeah, over the last couple of years, it really has been the biggest strength. I agree with that for sure. Absolutely. It's just for some reason this year it's been terrible. But again, when you get to Duran for the 9th inning, we all know how lights out he is. We all know how phenomenal he is. But now we got to get somebody else. We have to get somebody else to get us through that 8th inning. We need to have 2 solidified guys that are shut down. You know, the one thing that really helped the Washington Nationals get over that hump was when they traded for Sean Doolittle and they got bullpen help at that trade deadline. I'm not telling you that we're going to win a World Series like the Nationals did in 2019, but what I will say is that obviously Brad Keller's now going to miss the end of the season, or he's going to miss the rest of the season, and you don't really have a lockdown 8th inning guy. And besides Duran, like, who else do you trust? There's nobody else out there. And for that to be like your biggest strength over the years with Matt Strahm and Jeff Hoffman, they're gone. They're gone. Alvarado's not the same that he once was. Sir Anthony Dominguez is not on the team anymore. And even then, like, he was never the same after 2022. Yeah. The bullpen's a problem. And it's an issue. And I thought that heading on into the season, they were going to be a lot better. No, they have not. They've been so much more worse. And it's a joke. It's a problem. They got to address it. They still have a problem with the number 5 man in the rotation, too. They got to fix that as well. But, yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. Another game that's wasted. I tried running in this weather today and made it half a mile, so I can't even imagine what these players felt like. The air quality was terrible. Yeah, I don't get why they played in this game. I don't know why they had to get this game in. They're off tomorrow. Like, is it because the national network, it's an ESPN game, and that's why they had to get it in today? Like, it was ridiculous that they even played this game to begin with. Just so ridiculous. They should have never played this game. No. Right. Bats got to show up, but for some odd reason we get cold when we need it the most. Yeah. That was just, it's just awful today. I'm going to read a couple of tweets. I will read a couple of tweets. And again, call on into the show if you guys want to. Here's something. Okay. Let's look at this. Trey Turner batting average prior to June 15th, 216. Ever since then, it's up to 284. And that's according to Jeff Kerr. He's hitting the ball better. Obviously, the fielding is not where it needs to be. He is a horrendous shortstop. He is terrible at fielding the ground balls. And for some reason, he'll either get the glove down too low on the one bouncers, or he'll get it way too high and it just goes underneath his glove. He's just never been a good defensive player at all. And every single game, it feels like he makes at least one mistake. That part is annoying, especially for a guy that's getting paid $300 million to play in this game. And Bobby Dickerson, who, again, is looked upon as this incredible infield coach. We still see mistakes over on the left side of that infield. It's just awful. This is what Buzz said from WIP. Nola probably should have been pulled after the first homer he allowed in the 7th, but I still believe he was taken out too early in Detroit. 7th game is as many days, not a fully rested bullpen like tonight. Also, he was taken out after the 5th in Detroit, not the 6th. There was no world where they get 12 outs to preserve a win. Tonight is about the offense. I'd sign up for this Nola performance in a heartbeat. Thank you. Thank you very much. The anger should be on the bats. It should not be on Aaron Nola. If you want to blame Don, I disagree, but fine. The anger needs to be targeted towards the lack of hitting in tonight's game. And by the way, just to add on to something, too, that has nothing to do with this, but can we stop? Can we please stop the in-game interviews with the players? Bryce Harper is being asked these questions from these fans while he's playing over at first base. Oh, what do you want to say about LeBron James coming on over to Philly? Like, what would be your pitch? Like, come on, just let them focus on the game, please. Can we, do that after the game? Do we have to do this while these players are on the field? Do we really have to do that? Let them lock in. Let them focus. And obviously they should be focused anyways, but I don't need any little distraction. I really don't. And the in-game interviews after the home run too, they're just corny enough. People get way too hung up on Nola's home run issues. There's no difference between giving up three runs via homer or 3 runs via any other mechanism. It's still 3 runs. Nola has now kept teams to 3 runs or less in 8 of his last 10 starts. Regardless of how tonight ended, that's massive progress. And I agree that that is progress. I also don't think that the amount of home runs that he allows is good. You don't want all those balls to leave the yard. I get that 3 runs is 3 runs. But again, ultimately, at the end of the day, you got to get help from your offense. That's it. That's it. I'll also say, some of those balls, did not really carry. The first one did from Alvarez, but that was it. That was it. But yeah, that's it. Beyond missing him for the rest of the season, says Corey Seidman, if Brad Keller needs Tommy John surgery, you'd figure he'll miss most of, if not all of next season as well. He's on a 2-year, $22 million contract for the Phillies, and that really sucks. That blows. That really does blow. It's a David Robertson signing all over again. The first time that we got David Robertson. Not the 3rd and the 5th time that we got him. Talking about the first time. The guy couldn't stay healthy. That's not good. So. Anyhow. We're Philadelphia. We're a cursed city who always comes up short and comes up short winning championships. But you know what, Callie? We continue to ride these waves no matter how the team does. And we're there during the good and the bad. And when the bad gets bad and the great gets really good, it makes the great even that much better. You're going to lose. You're going to lose games. You're going to have bad performances from your offense. We've seen this team win ugly so many times this year, chat. We've seen 1-0 victories. We've seen 2-1 victories. Tonight was not one of those nights. But then again, we'll see how they do on Saturday. Saturday's going to be very telling. How do they respond in the series? Remember the last time that they played the Mets at home, they lost the first game. And then they were off Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, they just ripped that baseball. And we saw Bryce Harper get a cycle. We saw Kyle Schwarber have a 3-home run game. That game was insane. And then Bryce Harper nearly got a cycle the next day. And the offense was clicking. They used that first game as anger. There was a lot of fuel. Who's to say that they can't do that again? Because they've won a lot of series this year. They can absolutely do that. So. But yeah. Anyhow. Those are my thoughts, man. Those are all my thoughts. I wish people would learn what an opinion is versus what a fact is. Exactly. So, all right. That is going to wrap it up for me. I love you guys so much. Okay. I am going to call it a night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't know which game we're going to do just yet. I will let you guys know. Please keep the community tabs open. But we will definitely be doing one of the games tomorrow, and I will see you guys then and there for that. I'm really excited that we're actually back into the swing of things. I missed you guys so much. I really did. I've missed you all so much. But yeah. All right. I'm done drifting, and that's it. Lila Tove, have yourself a great rest of your night. Before I do forget, I don't think that there's anybody else that's on. I don't. So we're just going to call it a night. So no redirects tonight. I will catch you all in the next one. Lila Tove, peace out. Love you guys.